Buffy the Honest Bison, a story of kindness, honesty, and respect. In the heart of the vast American plains, where the golden grasses waved in the wind and the sky stretched as far as the eye could see, lived a gentle American bison named Buffy. Buffy was known throughout the plains for her big heart, honesty, and respect for everyone around her, animals and nature alike. Buffy loved her life on the plains. Every day, she roamed the open fields with her bison herd, grazing on the rich grasses and watching the birds fly overhead. But what Buffy loved most was being a friend to all the animals in the plains. Whether it was a rabbit needing a shady spot to rest or a bird looking for help finding food, Buffy was always ready to lend a helping hoof. One bright morning, as the sun climbed into the sky, Buffy was grazing near a wide river when she heard a small voice calling out, "Help! Somebody, please help." Buffy looked around and spotted a tiny prairie dog stuck in the mud by the riverbank. His little paws were struggling to free himself, but the more he tried, the more he sank into the sticky mud. Without hesitation, Buffy trotted over. "Don't worry," she said kindly. "I'll get you out." Buffy gently used her strong head to nudge the little prairie dog out of the mud, and with one final push, he was free. The prairie dog looked up at her with wide eyes, covered in mud but smiling gratefully. "Thank you so much," he squeaked. "I thought I'd be stuck there forever." Buffy smiled. "I'm just glad I could help. Always remember, we should be kind to others when they need it." The prairie dog nodded. "I'll never forget your kindness." Later that day, Buffy continued her stroll through the plains when she met two bison friends, Dakota and Sage, who were arguing over a patch of grass. "This grass is mine," Dakota said stubbornly. "I got here first." "No way," Sage protested. "I was eating here yesterday. It's only fair that I get to eat here today." Buffy sighed. She didn't like seeing her friends argue, but she knew it was important to treat others with respect. She walked up to them calmly. "Hey, what's going on?" Buffy asked, her voice gentle but firm. Both Dakota and Sage looked embarrassed. "We're just trying to decide who gets to graze here," Dakota muttered. Buffy thought for a moment. "You know," she said, "there's enough grass for both of you if you share. Why don't you take turns or find another patch nearby? There's plenty to go around." Sage and Dakota exchanged glances. They knew Buffy was right. Buffy always valued fairness and respect for others' needs. "You're right, Buffy," Sage said with a sigh. "We can share." Dakota nodded. "I'm sorry, Sage. I didn't mean to be selfish." Buffy smiled proudly at her friends. "It's okay. Respecting each other's space and belongings is important. I'm glad you both worked it out." As the day went on, Buffy found herself wandering near the edge of the plains, where the tall grasses met the rocky hills. There, she stumbled upon a group of young bison playing by a stream. They were laughing and having fun, but one of the bison, named Rocky, looked nervous. Buffy noticed Rocky trying to hide something behind a rock. Curious, she walked over to him. "Hey, Rocky, is everything okay?" Buffy asked kindly. Rocky hesitated and then sighed. "Buffy, I did something wrong," he admitted. "I accidentally broke a water jug that our herd uses to collect water from the stream. I didn't tell anyone because I was scared they'd be mad." Buffy knelt down beside Rocky, her large eyes full of understanding. "It's okay, Rocky," she said softly. "Everyone makes mistakes. What matters is being honest about them." Rocky looked up at Buffy, his eyes full of worry. "But what if the others don't forgive me?" Buffy smiled warmly. "The others will understand if you're truthful. Honesty shows that you care about doing the right thing. It's better to be honest and own up to your mistakes than to hide them." Taking a deep breath, Rocky nodded. "You're right, Buffy. I'll go tell the others." Buffy stood by Rocky's side as he explained what had happened to the other bison. At first, they were a little upset, but when they saw how sorry Rocky was and how honest he had been, they quickly forgave him. "Thank you for telling the truth, Rocky," one of the older bison said. "We can all work together to fix the jug." Rocky smiled with relief, and Buffy felt proud of him. She knew that telling the truth wasn't always easy, but it was always the right thing to do. As the sun began to set over the plains, Buffy returned to her favorite spot by the river, watching the sky turn shades of pink and orange. She thought about her day, helping the prairie dog, showing her friends how to respect each other, and encouraging Rocky to be honest. Buffy knew that being kind, honest, and respectful wasn't just about big gestures. It was about the little moments, the small decisions that made the world a better place for everyone. Whether it was helping a friend in need, speaking the truth, or respecting someone's space, Buffy believed in living by these values every day. And as the stars began to twinkle in the night sky, Buffy felt content, knowing that she had done her best to make the plains a kinder, more honest, and more respectful place for all who lived there.